Alright guys, well here's where we are. Okay, tell you a little bit about this first. Okay, I had it all together. Yeah, I was gonna wait, I was thinking about doing tutorials, maybe slight step-by-steps, but you know what? I just decided I'm just gonna go ahead and build it, and then I'll go through anything that I ran into and maybe help where I can anyone else. So I had it all built, all together completely, and took it out and was testing it and whatnot, and it just didn't quite feel right. In fact, it felt like maybe I had not so great a connection on this ESC right here. By the way, I'm trying this Mobius on a head strap to see how I do with it, but hopefully it don't shake too much with me talking, and I can stay fairly still, hopefully. But so I decided, because I didn't like this solder joint here, I thought it maybe, I mean, when I turn on the quadcopter and arm it, it starts with the rest, and I calibrated them and everything. But you know what? I don't know, it was just something I didn't like about it. And so I ended up taking the heat shrink off here to check these, because when I first was putting the bullet connectors on my ESCs, I like maybe one or two of them that I did before I really got into it. You know, okay, this looks good. Yeah, that looks really good there. And I didn't, there was like one or two of them that weren't very good. So I was also wondering if it was this one in particular that was like that. But it's not. These are all good. But this joint here I didn't like. So what I did was I desoldered it and then used some desoldering braid and took that solder off, and I already tinned it again. I don't know if you can see that. Try to get the angle here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you should be able to see that. And tinned that pad again, and I'll put that back on. But yeah, I had it all together. Just wasn't liking the way it was flying. A lot of it has to do with the setup too, as in the KK2. Also, what I think I'm gonna do is I might just end up taking these batteries back off. I mean, these motors back off, and putting them on again. Try to balance them better, and then I don't know. We'll see. For now, I think I'm just gonna get this back on there, get everything back together. Maybe go through another YouTube video or so and find out what people had good for their settings, their P gains and whatnot. So yeah, I had it on there. And also, let me tell you this problem I ran into. So this is my male-to-male servo connectors, right? Servo leads. And so I didn't realize they were this short. So when I first put my receiver on, I put the, you can still on here, I don't know if that's going to show up, but I still got the Velcro on here. I was going to set it here, this way, and then set it this way, and then run the wires over. But look how short this thing is. These leads are, and you can't do it comfortably without pulling on it. So after I had it built, I ended up just putting a little piece of Velcro there and temporarily putting it up here. But you know, that's not gonna help. I'll leave it. So what I'm gonna end up doing here is I'm gonna cut an end off here. I have 10 of these, and I only need 5. So I'm gonna cut an end off of one, cut an end off another, and I'm just gonna solder the wires together, put some little heat shrink on them, and use them that way. At least that'll give me this length anyway, so I can have some room to play around on the quadcopter where I want to put my receiver. I had the channel 5 hooked up and hooked onto the auxiliary on the board, and I was using this switch up here for the self-leveling. Didn't really do much flying though. I was just kind of hovering and whatnot, so I didn't really get a good feel for how much it changes it. yeah, I don't know. I just wasn't that comfortable with this, so I decided just to take it back down and take this ESC out. Plus, I'm gonna rerun the wires again, the BECs, and I'm gonna make these longer so I can set this in the right place. But yeah, I got some double-sided tape on the bottom of the KK2 board, just so it's not sitting right on the board. Just give it a little cushion one, and then I put the nuts and bolts up through, and it went up this way, as you can see. Yeah, guys, I mean, it flew. Everything was working. Finally got my transmitter set up, but it just wasn't flying good, and I was just concerned about this. Maybe have a slight, not the best connection that I could have here. And whenever I was arming the quadcopter, you know how the motors, the ESCs make the noise, and then the motors will do a little twitch. Well, this one would start to, the other three would continue, and this one would stop. I don't know if it's because it's the number one or what, but I just decided I'm gonna unsolder this and resolder back on. Anyway, guys, so this is where I am. I actually got my soldering iron on right now, so I'm gonna get back to this. Just figured I'd give you guys an update. Like I said, just decided to go ahead and build it, but it was exciting. It was my first build, powered up and everything. First time, it was good. I liked it, but just had the flight characteristics I was looking for, and I need to update it. Oh, just one note: this thing really feels heavy in the air. I mean, obviously it's not like a cheap quadcopter, so it is heavy in the air, much heavier than I'm used to flying. So maybe it makes me a little nervous as well. But you know what? I was excited to see it come off the ground. Obviously, when I first hooked everything up, I had every motor backwards. I had every motor spinning the wrong way, so I had to switch two of the wires, and then it was fine. Yeah. But it was exciting, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get it together. Any other problems I run into or things I think I need to change, I'll come back to the video, do it that way, lengthen these. And then come back to the video, show you where I'm at, and then we'll go do a true maiden with it. Alright, guys, well, there we are. I will talk to you in the next video.